Here's another example of some good build-up, playing out from the back, smart pass, okay, to our centre mid, turning to play forward. We've got a couple of passing options ahead of us. I think it's a smart choice to go and play out wide. Kind of break down a little bit here. I believe it's with Shelby. We could have probably slowed it down, maybe gone a little shorter to offer a passing option. I don't think we need to be in a huge rush to move up the field at this point. We're out of our area or moving high up the field. This is a good position to be in. We don't need to be rushing here. Instead, the ball comes in a little bit into Karina, I think it is, and their defender is quick to come across. Maybe a little bit more of a delay on the pass to allow players to come short for her would have been a better option here, but on the whole, a good piece of build-up. Another bit of nice passing here, played out wide by Hope, I think it is. Shelby really smart with a little cutback, a little negative touch backwards to create a bit of space. She starts dribbling in field here. One of her strengths in this game. And now you can see she's dribbling. We've got 1, 2, 3, even 4 options to pass to in here. Karina here makes a really smart crossover run to kind of potentially draw this this defender, away. It doesn't work, but it's a good movement regardless. I would love for Shelby to have released this ball maybe 1 or 2 touches earlier, because as she's dribbling, she draws in those 2 Martin United players, and if she can just lay that ball off, 1, 2, or 3 players could be 3 against 1 on this left-hand side of the field. But here she holds on to it 1 touch too many, and then we get nothing from it. But good build-up again. So Anna in this situation manages to win the ball, good strength, turns in field, and then finds Karina with a smart pass. Karina has space because she kept on dropping in from forward, which was great from her. Here we have Mia starting to make that forward run because she's seen Karina's able to turn and play forwards. We can treat Karina like she was a centre mid in this because the way that she was playing, she might as well have been, but I had no issue with it. Mia starts making a great run down the line, smartly weighted ball from Karina, and then it kind of breaks down again in the final third. Maybe with the wrong decision here. If we've got Anna coming to support her, Karina's still in here. I would have loved for these 2 forwards here to have made different runs. So Shelby, I think, at the back post could have stayed where she is going in there. And then I believe it's Avery could have maybe come towards the front post offering a shorter option because obviously this is Mia on her weaker foot. She's still got a good left foot, but somebody coming a little shorter might have helped her out here. But yeah, again, another nice piece of build-up, starting from left back and then ending up at the left forward position. So just at the top of the frame here, it's just a little hit bar. I apologise, but we've got Sydney taking the throw, throws it into Hope, passes it straight back to practice the other day, so that's fantastic. A little split down the middle here to find Karina dropping nice and deep from that centre forward position. The one negative of Karina dropping this deep is obviously now we've only got the 1 forward to aim at once we're up there, okay? If somebody else could have replaced Karina in here, maybe this other centre mid is the one doing the drop in and Karina can maintain a high position, then we've got a little bit more of an overload up top when Shelby moves up there as well. But regardless, Karina receives, takes her a couple of touches to get her turn, but she does get on the turn. Brilliant there. Just does a little check back just to make sure she's staying on side and then starts her forward run. If she'd started a little bit sooner, or maybe as she's seen Karina turn, starts coming inside a little bit more, then maybe Karina is playing straight down the middle here for Mia's run instead of playing the diagonal, which was a little difficult because she was always going to have to make sure she got ahead of this girl here. But regardless, again, really good awareness from Mia to start that run, and a nice attempt of the diagonal ball from Karina. Just keep pushing for these guys because these are the ways that we're gonna get a lot more opportunities on goal. So in this passage of play is another example of some great build-up. A really smart from, I believe it is Hope. Mia dropping in to receive at feet. Okay, so we've cut out like maybe three players there with this one really smart pass. So really, really like that. Mia receives. She takes a few negatives on the turn. Very smart from her. And then she's got straight away one, two options in the middle. Okay, great shape. We've already got Shelby starting her wide run. All right, really, really good build. Avery receives it. Point here, hopefully you guys can see it as well. If Shelby starts instead going diagonal instead of the straight run that she's making, then maybe Avery plays through the middle of these two players instead of behind this player, which she ends up doing. And maybe that means Shelby's running more direct towards goal instead of taking a shot eventually from a quite high and wide area. We know Shelby can hit these from here anyway. Obviously, she fluffs the lines a little bit on this one, but it could have been a bit more direct. But again, really smart pass from Avery regardless, because she has to play the pass that makes sense. And at that time, because of Shelby's direction on her run, the pass in behind the player instead of between the players is the smarter option. Well weighted, just ahead of the player, and then kind of frees it here. Shelby obviously hunting down goals against her former team. Obviously, not blaming her for shooting here at all. But if she just gets her eyes up, we've got one, two, three options in the middle, nobody around them, and a little cutback cross in here, and it's almost a guaranteed goal. All right. One long clip here, guys, highlights the very best of us in this game and the very worst of us. So, first off, the good stuff. Anna, really good, really to hold off the player and then looking infield for the pass. Okay, Avery in centre mid, great positioning, ready to receive. Here's where it starts to break down a little bit. Okay, so we've got Avery about to receive this ball. She probably makes the wrong decision here. So instantly she's got two, three players swarming her. Okay, if she just stayed facing the way she was playing or looking backwards, then we're building out and then potentially switching through these two players to the right side of the field, which we were doing really well in this particular quarter. Instead, she turns towards the middle, losing possession. It bounces through, and it gets really, really a little bit hard to watch. So you can kind of see here our back line all out of position. Okay, it's really hard to tell who's playing where right now. We've got Anna as left back kind of drifting inside and very high right now. You can see two players completely unmarked at the back post here. Hope, doing her job, playing a little deeper. Okay, probably here would have loved to have seen her just shifting over and then maybe commanding Anna to drop into this shape here. And then our midfielders, it's really hard to pick out where they are anymore on the field. Okay, you can kind of see the big gap starting to open up here where we could potentially have a bit of cover. We went from having the ball to losing the ball. That transition of losing that ball and going into defense mode needs to be quicker. We need to get so much better at it. So see what happens here. One kind of hopeful long ball. We've got this space wide open in here. Anna 100% needs to be in there immediately, and we definitely need one of the midfielders blocking this space in here so Hope can be a little bit more free in her movement. Okay, instead nobody does their job quite right, and if it wasn't for Adri, it would have definitely been 2-1 at this point. So we've got to just make sure that we are constantly switched on. But everything that we did right in this game, the really good build up, as you can see, especially in this quarter, there was a lot of stuff that went wrong, and it really was down to kind of just switching off when we lost the ball. That transition, we need to be immediately aware of where we need to be, who needs to be covering where. Are we high? Are we in line? And are we in shape again? And we get better at that, girls, and this would have been a complete game. And the last example of some really good build up in this quarter. Good throw out from Adri. I wish a little bit more in this game. There was a lot of punting when you can see how effective just throwing it out can be if you've got a decent arm on you. Great control from Mia. Good receiving on the turn. And then a nice little give and go to attack the upside of the field. I think that's great decision making there. Again, we saw earlier with Mia, she kind of gets pushed wider and wider. Three players she's dragging with her, though. If we can get some earlier support here, we've got three players out of the game. So Anna quicker to recognize that she's got to be in there to support. This forward in here coming a little short, or maybe offering an earlier square ball. Shelby, she's doing everything she can here, but if we can get her up there quicker as well, that would have been great. So all in all, good build up. Again, though, breaking down in the final third with the decision making. And you can kind of see Mia does well to get out of this sticky situation. Karina does come across, basically doing the job that Anna ideally should have done. If Anna can be where Karina is right now, then Karina can stay in a more central role. Yeah, a little bit more composure makes a simple pass look difficult. About 2 yards to the right of Karina, and then we lose possession.